Most founders hit a point where the brand starts actually working against them. And this is not because the business isn't good or they're not skilled at what they do. It's just because the brand hasn't caught up yet to their operating level. It's slowing down what it should be accelerating. See, every piece of content that you put out, every room that you walk into, and every sales conversation that you have, your brand should be amplifying those experiences. But instead, the brand sometimes becomes friction and it actually holds you up with your momentum. That's when the brand starts to become more of a bottleneck. And that shift from bottleneck to amplifier happens when three things finally align. I've architected and positioned over 100 founder-led brands, and I've worked with 8-figure operators and enterprise companies. I specialize in what I call magnetic brand identity. In short, I help establish operators and high vision builders bring their brand up to the level of where their authority currently is, so that their expertise is felt right away. It doesn't need to be explained. And everything I build follows from the same system: vision, voice, visuals. Before we do a deeper dive, I built something called the Vision Core Operating Library. It's a big, vast library of all the blueprints and playbooks that I've used to regulate my identity and have aligned execution. This isn't something that you would complete once. It's something you can return to anytime you need to remind yourself how you're operating at the highest level. So DM me 55 on Instagram and I'll send it to you directly. There are 3 layers behind every brand. The first is identity. Identity is who you are becoming. It's what you believe and it's what you stand for. It's the kind of work that you're here to do in this world. The second is your personal vision. Vision is what identity is projecting into the future. So this is what you are building, what changes are you actively creating, and where are you actually gonna go with your brand. And the third is brand. Brand is simply how that vision becomes visible in the world. And when all 3 of these things are working together, your brand becomes something that you can manage. Identity creates the vision, vision creates the brand, and brand is expressed through vision, voice, and visuals. The brand's vision starts here. From the vision comes the voice. From the vision and the voice, we get the visuals. And then we would have consistent energy and flow going between the 3. Looking at this next diagram, we'll see that this is actually where most brands can go wrong. They start to try to build their brand upside down. What happens in this situation is they focus on visuals first, and then they focus on messaging after. The vision comes third, and it never actually gets fully dialed. So there's no solid foundation for the brand to build upon in this situation. This can look good on the surface, but it doesn't actually feel powerful because people aren't going to want to reach out to a brand that doesn't have an actual vision and it doesn't know what it stands for. They can feel the gap when you're showing these visuals and these voice if you don't have this vision aspect. And that can be a bottleneck. Magnetic brands, on the other hand, build right side up. So what that means is, first, the vision is dialed in. And when the vision is dialed in, that allows your audience to know the future that you're building towards. And when you put that into perspective, that's where it starts. Then, next comes voice. And voice, there's actually 3 layers to it. The first is tonality. So that's how you sound. That's the energy that you carry into every piece of content. You calm, direct, convicted. That's a tone. And when it's consistent, people don't just pass by your content. They actually start to recognize you before they even see your name. The second part of the voice is the lexicon. That's the specific words and phrases that are actually yours, the language your audience starts to absorb and repeat again and again. Because the founders who build movements, they don't just share ideas, they give people a new vocabulary to think with. The third part of voice is actually values. So those are the things that are the non-negotiables that you stand for, that you would argue for, that you would stand up for in a room where everyone disagreed with you. That's values in action. Now, when these three are clear, your voice doesn't communicate your vision. It actually carries your vision. Your voice is able to bring it forward. And then and only then do we focus on the visual side of things. This isn't just design that looks good. This is design that actually feels like you, and it's supported by your vision and your voice. That expresses the authority that you've actually built. And when vision leads your voice and voice leads visuals, the brand doesn't just look magnetic, it actually becomes an amplifier. This is what I like to call the winner's way. This is how we build magnetic brands. Now, there are probably two types of people watching this video. The first is what we like to call visionary founders. You're still maybe architecting your identity and your vision. You're figuring out who you are and what you're here to build. This is where identity architecture comes into play and helps you scale consistently and with confidence. This is where the foundation gets laid before the brand is ever built. Within the Vision Core framework, what we do is we focus on architecting your true identity. That's the identity beneath the layers that you may have carried or picked up along the way in your life through your experiences or through the lessons. We also are going to architect your next level vision. How we do that is we use the Vision Core operating system as well as the Velocity Core flywheel. The Velocity Core flywheel you'll see up here. This is our version of a funnel, but it's a funnel to the next level. So we don't use funnels within this framework. We use a consistent energy flywheel. And in this flywheel, we're able to use short form content to fascinate. We're able to then send energy and ideal perfect clients through email, so we can educate through email as well as through long form. We create a custom offer for our clients using the Vision Core offer framework. We continue to transform our clients' lives and help them get the best results. And then we get a case study with our clients so that we can see how much they enjoyed the program and what they were able to get from it and the value that they took away from the program. And then we repeat this process and they go back through the flywheel. If Vision Core sounds like something that would be of interest to you and you are a visionary founder at this specific level, DM me 55 on Instagram and I'll send you the Vision Core operating library first so that you can look at that, and then we'll figure out what's the next best step for you. The second type of person that's watching this video is an established operator. You're already operating at a high level, you already have momentum, and your thinking has evolved. The leadership that you carry for your brand has also evolved. But the brand now is actually reflecting an older version of you. It's not able to support the level that you've reached. And instead of amplifying your authority, it's actually creating friction. See, we don't want a bottleneck here. We want the brand to become an amplifier for your business. Within the magnetic brand identity framework, we focus on vision, voice, and visuals to create a magnetic brand for you. This is a complete one-on-one, done-for-you brand system. Within this one-on-one brand system, what you get is you get a super dialed in and locked in, very cohesive 25 to 30 page brand identity guidelines, and you also get a complete system that's built on top of those guidelines. You get a high converting landing page with automations included. You also get our full magnetic brand identity template library, which has custom templates built specifically for your brand that you can use and repeat for the lifetime of your business. Also within the magnetic brand identity, we give you the Vision Core OS, which is the operating system that Vision Core and magnetic brand identity are built upon. If this sounds like you and you'd be interested in learning more about magnetic brand identity and you want to turn your brand into an amplifier, DM me 88 on Instagram and we'll take a look at how we can help you scale to your next level so that your brand supports where you're headed with your life and with your business. Idea creates vision, vision creates brand, and brand becomes magnetic when the 3 V's, vision, voice, and visuals, work as one system within the brand. This is how we help our clients find their true identity, build their next level vision, and create a modern lifestyle business that supports the level they're operating at.